Respected Sadhakas, welcome. Salutations to the Lord, to the Shruti Mata, to all the Guru Parampara. Auspicious day, full moon day, blue moon day, Raksha Bandhana Dinotsavam, Dharma Raksha Bandhana Dinotsavam. How beautiful it would be if we add the word Dharma to this Raksha Bandhana Dinotsavam and let every sister tie that Raksha Bandhanam to the brother and tie him down to the Rakshana of the Dharma of all levels. If this is done, and if the brothers, out of their love for their sisters, if they stick to the Dharma and do the Dharma Rakshana, whole universe becomes so beautiful, great in all aspects. Let every of the festivals which we celebrate, because the festive season has started, with fervor, with all the tradition, more importantly, without missing the spiritual touch that is there in it. All our festivals in Sanatana Dharma are related to the Sanatana Dharma only. Somehow or the other, with some or the other sadhana celebrations, one has to recognize that divine for that only. And this Maya of the Lord is so powerful that it makes us quickly forget Lord and enter into this most enchanting, most glittering, beautiful world of these names and forms, giving us, although the temporary pleasures, as if they themselves are everything. One line in Gita is Indriyasya Indriyasya Arthe Raga Dvesha Vyavastita. So we are identified with the Dehendriya Manamati, and this Dehendriya Manamati are always in lovely affinity with the Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha and emotions. Because our identity with them, we are also lost in giving value, etc. to them. In this way, in a moment's time, the Maya mind put together makes us forget our essential nature, get lost in the world. And that is why every day, on the name of some or the other festival, we are reminded of our main ultimate goal, spiritual. And thus, having known spirituality as a means and spiritual goal as the goal, those are doing that way daily on regular basis. Sadhanas, knowing them consciously under the guidance of Guru and Shastra, for them every day is a festival only. एवरी डे इज कोई ना कोई त्योहार ही है क्योंकि त्योहार का उद्देश्य इज टू रिमेंबर द लॉर्ड तो एवरी डे दे आर इन टच विथ लॉर्ड टू रीच द गॉड सो द स्पेशल फेस्टिवल्स they may do them like others but every day is a special festival for them. Those who forget lord get so much involved in world, for them the festivals are special at least that day. Remind yourself, restart your adhyatmic sadhana, rededicate yourself to that. For this call only all the Tyohar. So to all of you, Raksha Bandhana, Shubhabhinandana, Dharma Raksha Bandhana, Shubhabhinandana. So now we are into a great, beautiful topic of Bhagavata Mahapuranam, where during the Surya Grahana Kala, in the seventh Panchaka Kshetra, last 7 8 days, we were seeing the love between all those people of that time, the Rajas and all, everyone. So, mutually, how beautifully they were expressing that at that time. Devaki Vasudeva, prema to Nanda Yashoda, and Nanda Yashoda's prema to them. Krishna Balarama, prema to Nanda Yashoda, and their prema. Krishna's prema to all Gopikas, and their prema to him, Bhagavan giving them the Jnana Upadesh. And all the Rajas, with so much prema respect, come to, including Pandavas, to Krishna Adi. Now this Vasudeva Ugrasena, how much respectfully they give gifts to them. And those Rajas, how beautifully, having Darshana of Krishna, had that stuti done for Bhagavan Krishna. So it was a great festival mahol only there during that Grahana Kala. So Grahana generally said to be inauspicious depending on our drushti. But in that Grahana also, If we can do the auspicious good things, that gives us 100 times more benefit. It's like the grahana is this our human life. Human life with dehadi upadhi is like grahana only, giving us so much of dukkha if we don't know how to live the life. But if we know the art of living life, this human life, that too even in Kali Yuga, can be 100 times a beneficial thing to grow spiritually. So many dukkha, so many samasyas in Kali Yuga can give us quickly the vairagya, if we are little intelligent, can quickly turn us towards the divine, and with the sharpness facilities that are available in today's world. Studying Adhyatmikata, doing sadhana for a person of full willingness is not difficult at all. So those rishis, and all that was happening, and suddenly we saw after all that's over, the entire rishi samaja coming to meet Bhagavan Krishna Balaram. What a scene it was! Yesterday, whole class we spent in saluting all those Mahatmas. Today also we will take their names. Bhagavan, having done their puja, he does the great stuti of them, stunned by Krishna's stuti, because they came to do his puja, upasana, get his blessings. He himself was doing stuti. Then they understand the hint given in that Bhagavan is guiding all humanity as to how one is necessarily expected to dedicate surrender to this great Rishimuni Mahatma, so that they are the Pratyaksha Devata. Under their supervision guidance only, all of us or everyone can grow spiritually, reach the divine. And thus, they also beautifully do the stuti of Bhagavan, while doing which they reveal to us the nature of Paramatma, the divyata of Paramatma, the karunyata of Paramatma, and to us how to reach to that Paramatma. That sadhana also is told. So, this is what our 10th Skandha, 84th chapter's topic today. Then in our Adhyatma Ramayanam, Yuddha Kandam, we have done with the 13th chapter yesterday. All of them have boarded the Pushpaka Vimana. Then, while going back to Ayodhya, Bhagwan shows all these beautiful places to Sitaji. Then, Kishkindha, they stay for a while, wherein Tara and all of them also, they board the Pushpaka Vimana. Then, while going, Bhagwan halts at Bharadwaja Muni ashram. Bharadwaja Muni does such a again Divya Stuti of Bhagwan Rama, worthy for all of us to study. There only Bhagwan sends Hanumanji, go and meet Kevata Guha, go and meet Bharata, tell him we are all safe, tell him whole story, Sita Haranam Ityadi. Then tell him that we are all coming. He should not do any funny thing, as he said that if you come late, O Lord, O brother, I'll do something like that. So these are the beautiful topics to be read so that our minds are trained to be in touch with Paramatma. Maybe 10 minutes before and even 10 minutes after the satsanga, be in divine tuning. That way, 10, 10, 15 minutes, if you can go on, expand. Other way is what? Even after the class, we may be busy in our routine, that also part of the game only, involved in that. But after the hour or so, again for 15 minutes, as many frequent times as, like the rich people, the food eating mongers, how they in between breakfast, lunch, and dinner keep munching something or the other, to give taste to the tongue, to fill the belly and enjoy. Bhogis, they as do madhya madhye samarpayami. We are also in between our three sessions of classes. Morning 7:30, 9:30, afternoon 11 to 1:30, evening 6 to 9. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We can also madhya madhya spiritual sadhana samarpayami. It will help a lot. And if you can chalk out some 1 hour japa, 1 hour swadhyaya, half an hour puja, half an hour bhajana kirtana, and make it a rule that I'm not going to miss in them. First thing will happen is are wasting of time for unwanted things, are wasting time in tamoguna, they are conquered. Thereafter, our involvement in other worldly things also get reduced. Then we discover that without entering into the world, nothing is lost either for the world or for us. On the other hand, by being regular in our all these adhyatmika sadhanas, we are getting hold on our own life for its own spiritual growth. That confidence and that joy that my life is in my hands and that life whose charge I have taken is being lived for spirituality through so many sadhanas. When one does it and recognizes it, the self respect and the joy born out of it is so beautiful. All done with the goal that we have to discover Paramatma. One caution is doing sadhana intensely, sincerely, regularly is in our hands. When the sadhya or the siddhi comes, it is in hands of Bhagavan. So, without that mischievous mind's funny proposition of जल्दी फल नहीं मिल रहा है, देखो ये साधना में कोई फायदा नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ लोग सोचकर जो बीच में साधना छोड़ते हैं, अवॉइडिंग दैट नॉनसेंस, अवॉइडिंग दैट फनी बिहेवियर विथ फलापेक्षा, दैट फल नहीं आ रहे इसलिए भगवान आप हो नहीं, मैं आपका साधना नहीं करूंगा. There's some stupid, uninformed, less informed, immature people are there. Let us not allow that to happen. We'll enjoy doing our sadhanas. अब सिद्धि फल कब देना भाई हमारी, अब उनके हाथ में, उनको पता है. As we are talking every fourth or fifth day, that you go and ask something in any shop, that person wants to give you immediately. But even for him to give immediately, it takes some time. है ना, कोई चीज़ आप खरीदने गए तो उसको पहले तोलना पड़ेगा, फिर उसको पैक करना पड़ेगा पैकेट में, फिर बिल बनाना पड़ेगा, पैसे लेके आपका देन वो आइटम देंगे, उतना तो टाइम लगेगा ना. आप सब्जी मार्केट भी जाओ तो यू जस्ट नॉट दैट एक सेकंड में होता है वो. यू हैव टू गो देयर, सिलेक्ट वेजिटेबल, आस्क फॉर द क्वांटिटी, यू हैव टू वेट, पुट इट इन कवर एंड टेक मनी गिव. अरे कौन सी जगह जहाँ तुरंत क्या होता है, हर एक चीज़ में लगता है काम. इवन इन सेल फोन with all your modern 5G, 6G technology, after dialing the number, you have to wait for it to ring. The other fellow should be available near the phone. He should receive it and the connection should be proper. अब तब जाकर ये वार्तालाप होएगा. In the same way, आध्यात्मिक साधना में, even though the Lord wants to give result immediately, instantaneously, there are some procedures, there are some things which have to be gone through. The Lord sees our whole prarabdha, all our whatever papa punya we have done, its result individually, totally. ये सब हिसाब किताब कर कर ही, है ना, your retirement. Not just like that, the pension 2 महीने 3 महीने लगते हैं आपको सारा प्रोसेस होने में. Is it not? When you shift a house, not that झट से फट से थोड़ी होता है. The packers, the movers, after that unloading, then you have to settle everything. So, in the same way, be patient while doing sadhana regarding the result. Have Shraddha. That Bhagavan is seeing, He will definitely bless us with the result with which we are doing our sadhana. And the only result we want is that Ananya Sharanagati at the feet of Bhagavan, as well as the Tattva Jnana Spashtata and sadhana and dhyana anubhuti. Okay, let us spend our time in the study. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sachidanandarupaaya Vishwotpatyaadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो वत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो दश दिक्पालकेभ्यो मत्स्यादि अवतारेभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्ति मात्रे मातापितृदेवताभ्यो आद्य शंकराचार्यवर्यादि गुरुभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवतदर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यपरम्परायाः भक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः समस्तयोगदर्शनानां च पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण समस्त विश्व व्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण विश्व एकता प्राप्ति ततम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निष्ठित समस्त भक्त साधक सेवक उपासकानाम् अस्माकं सह आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य विजयादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा साधना सानुकूल्यता प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर समस्त रूप शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन निवारण धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्री मद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं दशमस्कन्धस्य वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशम स्कन्धः निरोधस्यानुशयनमात्मनः सह शक्तिभिः उत्तरार्धः अथ चतुरशीतितमोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच। Let us chant these mantras worthy first 26 of them. Spend those 4 minutes. Nothing wrong. So beautiful they are. Om Shri Shuka Uvacha Shrutva Prutha Subalaputryathayajñaseni Madhavyathakshidiva Uta Svagopyaha Krishne Kilatmanyaharau Pranayanubandham Sarva Visismuralamashrukalakulakshya Iti Sambhashamanasu Strishu Strishu Nrubinrushu Ayayurmunayastatra Krishna Ramadidrukshaya द्वैपायनो नारदश्च च्यवनो देवलोसितः विश्वामित्रः शतानन्दः भरद्वाजोऽथ गौतमः रामः सशिष्यो भगवान् वसिष्ठो गालवो भृगुः पुलस्त्यः कश्यपोत्रिश्च मार्कण्डेयो बृहस्पतिः द्वितस्त्रितश्चैकतश्च ब्रह्मपुत्रास्तथाङ्गिराः अगस्त्यो याज्ञवल्क्यश्च वामदेवादयो परे तान् दृष्ट्वा सहसोत्थाय प्रागासीनान् नृपादयः पाण्डवाः कृष्णरामौ च प्रणेमुर्विश्ववन्दितान् तानानर्चुर्यथा सर्वे सह रामोच्युतोर्च्छयत् स्वागतासनपाद्यार्घ्य माल्यधूपानुलेपनैः उवाच सुखमासीनान् भगवान् धर्मगुप्तनुः सदसस्तस्य महतः यतवाचोऽनुशृण्वतः श्रीभगवानुवाच अहो वयं जन्मभृतः लब्धं कार्त्स्न्येन तत्फलं देवानामपि दुष्प्रापं यद्योगेश्वरदर्शनं किं स्वल्पतपसां नॄणाम् अर्चायां देवचक्षुषां दर्शनस्पर्शनप्रश्न प्रह्वपादार्चनादिकं न हि अम्मयानि तीर्थानि न देवामृच्छिलामयाः ते पुनन्त्युरुकालेन दर्शनाद् एव साधवः नाग्निर्न सूर्यो न च चन्द्रतारकाः न भूर्जलं कं श्वसनोऽथ वाङ्मनः उपासिता भेदकृतो हरन्त्यघं विपश्चितो घ्नन्ति मुहूर्तसेवया यस्यात्मबुद्धिः गुणपेत्रिधातुके स्वतीः कळत्रादिषु भौम इज्यधीः यत्तीर्थबुद्धिः सलिले न कर्हिचितो जनेष्वभिघ्नेषु स एव गोखरः। श्रीशुक उवाच निशम्येत्थं भगवतः कृष्णस्याकुण्ठमेधसः वचो दुरन्वयं विप्राः तूष्णीमासन् भ्रमद्धियः चिरं विमृश्य मुनयः ईश्वरस्येषितव्यतां जनसङ्ग्रह इत्यूचुः स्मयन्तस्तं जगद्गुरुं मुनयौचुः यन्मायया तत्त्वविदुत्तमा वयं विमोहिता विश्वसृजामधीश्वराः यदीचितव्यायति गूढ ईहया अहो विचित्रं भगवद्विचेष्टितम् अनीह एतत् बहुधैक आत्मना सृजत्यवत्यत्ति न बध्यते यथा भौमैर्हि भूमिर्बहुनामरूपिणी अहो विभुम्नश्चरितं विडम्बनम् अथापि काले स्वजनाभिगुप्तये बिभर्षि सत्वं कलनिग्रहाय च स्वलीलया वेदपथं सनातनं वर्णाश्रमात्मा पुरुषः परो भवान् ब्रह्मते हृदयं शुक्लं तव स्वाध्याय संयमैः यत्रोपलब्धं सद्व्यक्तम् अव्यक्तं च ततः परं तस्मात् ब्रह्मकुलं ब्रह्मन् शास्त्रयोनेस्त्वमात्मनः सभाजेसि सद्धाम तद्ब्रह्मण्याग्रणीर्भवान् अद्य नो जन्म साफल्यं विद्यायास्तपशोदृशः त्वया सङ्गम्य सद्गत्या यदन्धश्रेयसाम्बरः नमस्तस्मै भगवते कृष्णाय कुण्ठमेधसे स्वयोगमाययाच्छन्न महिम्ने परमात्मने अयं विदन्त्यमी भूपा एकारामाश्च वृष्णयः मायया मायायवनिकाच्छन्नम् आत्मानं कालमेश्वरं यथा शयानः पुरुषः आत्मानं गुणतत्त्वदृगु नाममात्रेन्द्रियाभातं न वेदरहितं परम् एवं त्वा नाममात्रेषु विशेषु इन्द्रियेहया माया विभ्रमचित्तः न वेदः स्मृति उपप्लवात् तस्याद्यते ददुषिमाङ्घ्रिमघौगमर्ष तीर्थास्पदं हृदि कृतं सुविभक्वयोगैः उत्सिक्त भक्त्युवहताशय जीवकोशाः आपुर्भवद् गतिमथोऽनुगृहाण भक्तान् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चत कर्हिचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः अथ चतुरशीतितमोऽध्यायः Friends, remember we are towards the end of Dashama Skandha. So to only this 11th Skandha, Bhagavan's giving knowledge to Uddhava, the huge portion is there. Otherwise, after that, Bhagavan's avatara will be concluding. That's why keeping that in mind in this Prabhas, sorry, Sevantaka Panchaka Kshetra, Sevanta Panchaka, during the Grahana Kala, all the meetings, etc., Bhagavan has organized between very beloved all people. More so, as the time for departure is coming, for him also, slowly, so many important topics he wants to reveal to the bhaktas, part of not only his leelas, but as support for the sadhana. Among them, we have seen he, the love for parents and children, love in between the women folk, between the men folk, between all the rajas, the elders and younger ones. All of that, the taste of that was given to us in this portion, especially the 83, 84 chapters. If you see as a a very minute detail as well as a zooming effect of from the far off distance at the micro macro level, if you can have the ability to see these portions, what topics they are covering all these most salient things which Bhagavan wants to teach to us. Two of the most important things, which Bhagavan in his Avatara Kala wants to teach the humanity are one, the respect and reverence to the Rishi Muni, who are the only representatives of spirituality and divinity and are given the capacity and permission to guide and bless the humanity, the jivas, the Baddha Purushas through sadhana to moksha. Never ever underestimate and take for granted the greatness of these spiritual realized saints who have achieved that sthiti through their sadhana of hundreds and hundreds of lives, therefore have such a tremendous ability capacity that if we surrender and get guidance from them, we come out of all our own maya and ajnana and bandhana. Who else are there for us in this human life other than the gurus to guide us on the right path by teaching us what Lord told us to live life as per the Shastras? Thus, what else is there? Who else are there other than the Rishi Muni? Therefore, by himself doing the upasana to all these Rishi Muni and doing their stuti, Bhagavan is teaching us this most important salient lesson. Second beautiful Leela is what? Those saints and sages also. Now, their job, as if Bhagavan has reminded, they are doing here only. What are they doing? By doing the stuti of the Lord. And through that stuti, they have explained it to the others and all of us the nature of Paramatma. The Sarva Vyapakatvatva Paramatma, Sarva Shaktimatvatva Paramatma, Paramatma Krupas Mahima. And when his Kripa comes, how we reach to the moksha sthiti. This is what they generally have to teach. So in front of Krishna only, by doing his stuti through that, they are as if teaching all of us. This is what we, when you come to us, we teach you for your liberation. So Bhagavan taught how we have to approach the Mahatmas, and through those Mahatmas, Bhagavan taught the Mahatmas and us also that how they guide us for the spiritual emancipation. A very intelligent way Bhagavan has done this Leela. And if you have the patience and time, through these slokas itself, to highest of the wisdom, bhakti, sharanagati, adjustment of our personality for spiritual growth, all of them can be learned in this one chapter, the two, in the next or the first 26 slokas of this 84th chapter of Uttara Ardha of Dashama Skandha Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana. भगवान की ये लीला कृपा. In the same way, in small looking Upanishad, big looking Upanishads, Paramatma only giving us entire Brahma Jnana for moksha. Alas, we are so much lost in the worldliness, we have no interest. Those who have interest, not yet fully prepared, equipped, qualified with the sadhana chatushtaya sampada, with that mumukshita ityadi. If that are there, and just only question of time, pursue the sadhana, pursue the study, pursue the dhyana adi, not very far, the revelation will be there for every one of us who try seriously, sincerely. So in our yesterday's class, we have spent half time in seeing how great was the prema bhakti of all Krishna Patnis, listening to their way of talking, humbleness, humility. There are tears in the eyes of all the other women folk who are listening to them, in whom there is Kunti Mata is there, Gandhari is there, Draupadi is there, Subhadra is there. Then all these mhm, who are them? Mm, Gopikas सबसे important and king, wives have so many kings. सारा women folk एक जगह वहाँ board होगा only for ladies. So there all these were there. So to all of them there were tears in the eyes seeing the egoless total surrender and the parama bhakti of Krishna Patnis towards Bhagavan Krishna. We have seen it at length, elaborately, detailedly, and we try to feel that joy also. Then what happened in this way? The men with men, women with women, when they were talking in this way, Histribi Histrishu, Nubihin Rushuhu, Ayayuru Munayaha Tatra, Krishna Rama Didrukshaya, with a desire to have Pratyaksha Darshana of Lord Rama and Krishna, even though they have the oneness with that Lord in their own heart as a self, but Bhagavan took avatara, whose Anand Prane ke liye, they all have come to have darshana. So we took the names of all the Rishi Muni. We saw how all the Rajas, especially the Pandavas, more especially Balarama and Krishna have done the Upasana Puja to all the Rishi Muni Gana. Up to this we have covered yesterday. Is it not? And who are the rishis? Today is Raksha Bandhana Dinotsavam, Dharma Raksha Bandhana Dinotsavam, Adhyatmika Dharma Raksha Bandhana Dinotsavam. If we can really call it as. Let us remember all those saints to do the Dharma Raksha by giving us the Dharmopadesha, Dharmanamoti, and strength for the Dharma Stapana. Who are they? To start with, Vyasa only first. So Dvaipayana Vyasaha, we have saluted them everyone yesterday. हर दिन हर पल कर ही सकते हैं. So द्वैपायन व्यास जी, नारद भगवान, व्यास भगवान, नारद भगवान, च्यवन भगवान ऋषि, देवलह ऋषि, हसिता महर्षि, विश्वामित्र महर्षि, शतानंद महर्षि, भरद्वाज महर्षि, गौतम महर्षि, परशुराम जी विथ शिष्यास, भगवान वशिष्ठ महर्षि, गालव महर्षि, भृगु महर्षि, पुलस्त्य महर्षि, कश्यप महर्षि, अत्रि महर्षि, मार्कंडेय महर्षि, बृहस्पति द देवताओं का गुरु, पुरोहितम तो मुख्यम विद्यमार्थ बृहस्पति, द्वितः महर्षि, त्रितः महर्षि, एकतः महर्षि, ब्रह्मपुत्राः सनक सनंदन सनातन सनत कुमारास, then Agastya Maharshi, Yajnavalkya Maharshi, Vamadeva Maharshi, etc., etc. So many. Taking their name itself is such a great pure sadhana of our own heart. है ना? जैसे भगवान का नाम लेते हैं मोक्ष, उसी तरह ऋषियों का नाम भी लेने से स्थिति मोक्ष का मिल सकता है. उतना शक्ति ऋषि मुनि गणों में है. No doubt about them. Okay, so they all have come. Then tan društva sahasa utthaya prag asinan upadayah. Rajas who were otherwise seated relaxedly talking to each other, when they saw all Rishi Muni coming, instantaneously they got up. So from here onwards, all the Adhyatmika and Dharma or Manaviya, Shastriya, Maryadas are hinted. Okay, hinted. In that, first Maryada was, even though you have gone for your own that upasana etc. during that grahana kala there, but the Maryada is meet other Rajas also. Second Maryada was all Rajas, the most famous people there at that time, the Krishna Balarama and all the Vrishnikula, they had the Maryada of meeting them. कह सकते हैं ना मैं बिजी हूँ बस बाद में मिलेंगे. Thereafter, the Rishi log can say with ego, we know the Lord is in our own heart. We are experiencing him as Brahman. No, no, no. बलराम कृष्ण आए हुए हैं तो मर्यादा है उनको जाकर मिलने का. Everyone, मर्यादा from the heart. The palana of the maryada itself is a big sadhana. Then the best maryada here is when they came, all rishis, all the rajas, not arrogantly saying हम राजा हैं. कोई भी राजा, कोई ब्राह्मण, कोई ऋषि, सेठ, सन्यासी जो तत्व ज्ञान में निश्चित है, उनसे बड़े नहीं हो सकते. Therefore, they are guiding us in the Maryada ki all of them got up from their asanas. Sasa Uttaya. Instantaneously they got up. Here Uttaya includes they got up They moved away, and their places of sitting, they gave it to all the ऋषि मुनि. आगे ना हम देखते बचपन में एक ही कुर्सी होता था घर में, एक या दो. तो कोई आते हैं, अब तो बैठते हैं तब तक. Somebody comes, elders, immediately we get up and give them the chair. So in this way, prag asinaha nrupadaya sahasa uttaya. After that, Pandavaha Krishna Ramaucha Pramemur. They have done pranams, the Pandavas and Balarama and Krishna. Seeing them, everybody did pranam. They are the guide to everybody, guides. And who are these Rishi Muni who have come? Vishwavanditano. Vishwa means Sarva. Sarvavanditan. Because of their moksha anubhuti and their tapas shakti, their anugraha shakti, they are vandaniya to everybody in the Vishwa. Therefore, Vishwavandita. Wonderful feeling that word, no? Vishwavandita hai sare Rishi Muni Gana. So they did pranams to them. Then Tana Anarsu Yatha Sarve. You know, ग्रेट थिंग है ना कि हाँ उन्होंने की प्रणाम पुष्प उन्होंने अर्पणा की, चलो मैं दूर से न मत्था टेकता हूँ, ऐसा नहीं. एवरी राजा whoever have come have done at their own capacity and possibility there that archana puja to all the munis they have come there. And as I was saying yesterday, so many things. Yesterday's class was filled with so many of suggestions, ideas, etc. for a glorious Sanatana Dharmi Bharat, Haindava Bharat. One of them is this. Okay, every organization, every governmental department, once in at least year or twice a year, invite all the Sant Mahatma of that Desha and do their Satkara and get blessed by them. बिकॉज दिस महात्माओं का संकल्प इतना पावरफुल होता है ना. इफ दे डू द संकल्प कि इन योर कंपनी और डिपार्टमेंट थ्रू द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ धर्म इटसेल्फ लेट ऑल प्रॉस्पेरिटी कंटेंटमेंट come to everyone. That these words are enough for that organization whatever to grow. 6 महीने में एक बार बुलाओ 11 संत 16 संत इतने भी हो सके तो make a meeting of them. Have all the people gathered there and get the blessings. You know, we have at least some 10 lakhs of schools in India. But in groups, if these great Mahatmas, 10 of them, 20 of them, if they can go to the schools and colleges and address them on Dharma, on Adhyatmikata, on Bharata Mata's greatness, on the traditional, ancient, beautiful human values, and present day, what's going on, how to rectify. If these Mahatmas are given a chance to enter into those school colleges and bless the youngsters, just imagine how empowering will be that one. हो रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा, but बड़े पैमाने पे होना है. It should be taken as a big mission and project. Every school and college once a week a महात्मा के द्वारा गीता या कोई पे लेक्चर होना चाहिए. Or 15 days in a curriculum academics continuously, the whole these spiritual teachings must be given. Then only the youngsters will come to know. They're not getting them in TV. When they're getting, they're not taking them at home. Parents don't know. Who are left then Mahatmas? So if these youngsters go to the Mahatma, वो 4-5 ही जाएंगे. But Mahatma goes to a college, all the 5,000, 2,000, 3,000 are there. Just half an hour, just it. This is Sanatana Dharma. This is an Adhyatmikata. So this is the role of all the Shastras in it. This is the need of studying Shastra. This is the need of living life nobly. This is the reason for which you have to avoid all the Bhautikavada. This is the meaning of Adhyatmikata. This is what the sadhana. This is the result. अरे 10-12 टॉपिक्स लेकर if they can discuss and explain to youngsters, schools में, colleges में, corporate world में, government office में, private में, क्यों नहीं बाबा? हो रहा है, but not happening officially. The Mahatmas are bent upon giving satsangas on YouTube and all these things. TV, whoever are willing, they are getting anyway. But it must be made little more available. Even can be made mandatory also. नथिंग रॉन्ग बिकॉज वी आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग रॉन्ग. जब गीता में पढ़ा रहे हैं उसमें गलत क्या पढ़ा रहे बताओ. भागवत पढ़ा रहे तो व्हाट इज देयर इन रॉन्ग? नथिंग रॉन्ग. सो व्हाई कांट इट बी मेड? व्हेन यू मेक फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथ्स द भौतिक शास्त्रास एज मैंडेटरी, व्हाई नॉट आध्यात्मिक? भोग वासनाएं निर्माण करा के बंधन में डालने वाले भौतिक शास्त्र मैंडेटरी है। हाँ, योग साधना सिखाकर मोक्ष देने वाले आध्यात्मिक शास्त्र मैंडेटरी नहीं हो सकते। व्हाट ए फनी थिंग, दैट टू इन भारत माता, सनातन धर्म का जन्मभूमि। इफ इट इज नॉट इन इंडिया, हाउ कैन इट बी इन अदर कंट्रीज देन? इज इट नॉट? Think about these things. This is the way this terribly growing, the science and comforts can be balanced with the spiritual. There's nothing wrong in the growth of science and its blessings of having comfortable, luxurious life. Huh? The wrong is when we become slave to them and when we lose and miss the total purpose of human birth, that is to know the self or the truth or get liberated. And instead of that, because of the slavery to the Bhautikavada, doing so many of the Papa Dharma sin, that we are falling from even human stature to the animal and lower lives. है कि नहीं? Never ever we object to the outer worldly growth. Let it grow, let the comforts grow. It's good. It saves time, it saves energy. तो चाहिए, है ना? पैदल कौन जाएगा? कार में, स्कूटर में घूमो, उसे स्टार्ट जाओ. We also use those things. But the point is, we should neither become slave to them nor in that slavery forget our main goal of life. So these Mahatmas, they can balance by complementing the whole government or the world's work with this spiritual addition. It has to happen officially, mandatory. करो उसका रिसर्च करो. It's only an idea given. How to implement it is your job. How to make it very effective, very useful, कैसा करोगे? Mahatmas, though, thousands are available who are fairly well versed deeply in Shastras. Any corner of the country you go, कश्मीर से लेकर कन्याकुमारी तक भारत माता के हर एक राज्य में you have at least 100 minimum Mahatmas at each place, not put together, who are thorough in the Shastras, by the grace of their gurus and their upasana and Janma Janma Punya, the entire picture of how a human life has to be lived for what ultimate purpose, systematically, logically, on the base of Shastra, example, logic, बताने वाले 100 के हिसाब से हर एक राज्य में पूरा मिलाओ तो हमारे पास 4-5 हज़ार लोग होंगे मिनिमम. एंड दोज आर थोड़ा जानते हुए नहीं जानते साधना करते हुए अच्छा गाइड करने वाले देर आर थाउजेंड्स एंड थाउजेंड्स आर देयर लैक्स. मेक यूज ऑफ देम. You know, one thing what's happening nowadays is getting guidance from these Mahatmas. There are many Grahasthas, management people started taking the help of these Shastras in guiding the people. But 2-3 mistakes that are happening are what? One is they are using this or rather misusing the Shastra Jnana only for the Bhautika Vada. First mistake is that is what happening. Second is they are becoming famous. They are not propounding the source from where what they have learnt all this. Third, in total, neither to Sanatana Dharma nor to the Adhyatmikata, they are catering honestly. That's the big problem happening. ये हमने सनातन धर्म के शास्त्रों से सीखा है. ये वाला बता नहीं रहे वो लोग. अपना ही मनमौजी कर रहे हैं, अपने पैसे कमा रहे, अपने नाम कमा रहे. And guiding through all this only for Bhagavata only. Is it not? For the worldly gains, they are using this knowledge. Gita for managements, Chanakya Niti for earning the wealth. Hare, who told you Chanakya taught Arthashastram to become slave to Arthashastra? He has written many other books also about the moksha and all. Even writing Arthashastra, the limitation of Arthashastra, the need of Adhyatmata, all of that he spoke. Oh, that also we have to study. Need of today's country or the world is this. Otherwise, with that Bhautikavada growing, we become slave to that Bhoga to fulfill them to any extent of criminality, individual level to between the countries and continents, we will do. Third, fourth world wars just will happen in the destruction of everyone. If Adhyatmika support is not given. खासकर in Bharat Mata, 140 crores of so many different people, unless they brought properly under the spiritual guidance, it will be tough to manage and all. So the main idea is what? Bhagavan Krishna is doing that. है ना, सारे संत महात्मा इकट्ठा हुए, उनके मुख के द्वारा ही तत्व का, भगवान का महिमा हो कहलवाते हैं. एंड ऑल दैट what should happen, an idea we discussed. 90% of that was not in the context of the topic, but it is context of the country or the world. That's how the Bhagavan made us talk this way. Somebody should catch this thought and see to it that there's nobody in the whole country, the youngsters, Indians, Bharatiya, Sanatana Dharmi, who are not exposed to the study of Shastra and Tattva इत्यादि through the guidance of the well-known Mahatmas. बहुत है वहाँ, बहुत बहुत है. Was it not? With calling the, like you call the urgent meeting of parliament again, or particular medical department you meet for the sake of corona, how to avoid. Same way, call the meeting of all the heads of spiritual organizations. Only Hindus. Others may be doing it. We don't want them right now. We don't need them. In Hindu Shastras, everything required for the individuals and total growth is given. The other religions only offshoots. They propose more and more of biasness, more and more of the trying to destroy the base or the root itself. वो वाला विष उसमें है, हिंदुइज्म में वो विष नहीं है ना. दूसरों में 5-10% अमृत होगा, बट 90% विष है. इन हिंदुइज्म 100% अमृत ओनली, दिस नो विष. You study Shastras, you will come to know. Like by default, if you become a Hindu, by default you become tolerant of other religions. By default you become any religious other fellow. By default you become intolerant. Very funny, no? Think about it. It's a very deep thought. Nobody can easily comprehend or apprehend, especially with the biasnesses in the mind. Pure heart वालों को ही clarity आएगा. Now, when those rishis munis have come, they all got up, gave them asanas. Every one of them did puja. Tan anarchuhu yatha sarve. Then saharamaha achyutaha archayatu. बलराम जी का हेल्प लेकर लॉर्ड कृष्ण ऑल्सो डिड पूजा अर्चना प्रॉपरली टू ऑल ऑफ देम. नॉट नमस्ते आ गया बैठिए, नो. पूरा लिस्ट दिया इधर. स्वागत, आसन, पाद्य, अर्घ्य, माल्य, धूप, अनुलेपन इत्यादि. सिस्टमैटिकली व्हाट उपासनास यू डू टू द गुरु और भगवान, सारे षोडशोपचारों से वहाँ कृष्ण बलराम ने टू ऑल द संत महात्मा दे हैव डन. What miraculous subtle thing beyond the human intellect or comprehension works when we do these things, are in their humbleness. When we surrender to them through the upasana, their sankalpas of their blessings for us, to receive them we become tuned. Our humbleness gained through upasana becomes an open gate to receive the goodness, kindness, compassion of them, along with their blessings, along with that their teachings. So then our life becomes set. That very subtle, unknown, unseen thing Bhagavan has put in this relation between the Guru Shishya or the Rishimuni Gana and the other Bhaktas ityadi. That power of transferring the goodness or the values or spirituality from the Mahatmas to the others is being established by the Lord in the form of, when these people become Bhakta and worship them, it comes. At a gross level, like when the children allow so much, parents respect them, do seva, they give the money, they take care of them. Gross level में, they may give even love also, protection, वो सब तो देते. But Jnana Bhakti they can't. The Rishi Muni, they give all these subtler things. We become receptive with our devotion. वो ऑटोमेटिक होता है. Hundreds and thousands of cases we see where in the Gurukula with the Guru, this Shishya, even though knows nothing, but just went on serving him with bhakti. Guru Krupa ऐसा हो गया, he has become more knowledgeable and more quickly realized person of the truth than even other egoistic, intelligent students. कितने कथाएं हमने नहीं देखा, हजारों लाखों. Narada is best example. He is a Dasi Putra only. बट द महात्मा सेवा ड्यूरिंग दिस चतुर्मास है ना, अभी चतुर्मास चल रहा है, 2 महीने 4 दिन हो गए है ना. ड्यूरिंग चतुर्मास ही वाज सर्विंग विथ हिज मदर ऑल दोस संत महात्मा सीटेड फॉर दोस 4 months. देयर ब्लेसिंग वाज इनफ देयर फॉर द हिम, इवन गाइडेंस. ही डिड ऑल तपस्या, भगवान नारायण का दर्शन हो गया. नारायण सेड अगले जन्म में यू विल बी बॉर्न विथ Praparatma Anubhuti only from the Brahma Manasa Putra. So see the examples, how many are there? Therefore, we were insisting last 20 minutes this tradition of Mahatmas visiting schools or colleges, all these places, offices, etc., and receiving the Namaskar Puja from them. A light when all these children when do pranam, pada namaskar to Mahatmas. How wonderful it is. There are some great spiritual organizations who are running these education institutions. The flavor of the students there and the ordinary government convent, you can see totally the difference. देर एवरी डे गुरु का वंदना होता है, वहाँ आध्यात्मिक श्लोकों का पठन होता है, कंटिन्यूस रिव्यूइंग इज ऑफ द ग्रोथ इन स्पिरिचुअल एस्पेक्ट होता है. दे आर देयर, दैट्स व्हाई हिंदुइज्म इज सस्टेनिंग. Hinduism is sustained by these spiritual Mahatmas in so many ways. Not only they give pravachan, not only they establish ashramas, but they are establishing Vidyalayas. Through that they are sowing their seeds. They are that secret, subtle, divine work of continuing the Sanatana Dharma. Only few know, not everyone. Like that, so many things that are happening. These also should happen. Anyway, coming to this, Bhagavan Krishna Balarama did their puja with Padya Argya Achamana Ityadi. Okay. Uvacha Sukham Asinan Bhagavan. Bhagavan, to those who are now comfortably seated, he spoke. Who is Bhagavan? Dharma Guptanuhu. The one who has taken the Tanu or the Avatara for Dharma Gopanam to protect the Dharma. तो धर्म रक्षणा के लिए मनुष्य शरीर धारण करने वाले भगवान सुखमासीनान, when those rishi munis were comfortably seated after their bhojanam whatever, he spoke to them. Uvacha. Then vacha sadasaha tasya mahatah sadasaha means keeping in view the entire sahadas which has got so much big in size में big भी है, greatness में भी big है वो. What is the bigness and the greatness is one side. All the Mahatma Rishimuni Gana of at that age they were assembled. Second side, all the great kings of all over the country, they also assembled at that time. That is the meaning of Mahataha Tasya Sadasaha. And in the Sadas of such a great Mahatmas of both types, Kshatriya and Rishimuni Gana. In that he spoke Yatavachaha Anushrimataha, when they were all silent. They didn't take the initiative to speak Anushrimataha. When everybody is ready to listen, Bhagavan has spoken these words. See? Out of respect, all of them were waiting for Bhagavan to take initiative. Bhagavan recognizes it. So they are all waiting for me. Then he takes that initiative to address these Mahatmas with a great stuti. Now every shloka here and the Mahatmaओं का जो स्तुति है करने का भगवान का is very exemplary teaching. And reveling in each of these shloka itself is a manana chintana. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan is speaking now. Om. Here Bhagavan comes down to an ordinary bhakta level, human being level, sadhaka level, samsari level. From that level, at what level of bhakti sharanagati we have to have to these Mahatmas and with what mahima of theirs known. उनके महिमा को जानते हैं, उनके चरण में किस तरह का भक्ति रखने से उनके अनुग्रह से सब कुछ कल्याण होता है. दैट पिक्चर इज डिपिक्टेड हियर. Bhagavan becomes so humble there. First, he says, Aho vayam janma britaha. Aho means, oh, thank God. Vayam, we are all janma britaha, fulfilled in our life. Janma brita means, मानव जन्म भरण करने का फल हमको मिल गया, धन्यता मिल गया. अहो वयम जन्म भृतः means we have really born the human life. We have fulfilled that human life. अहो वयम जन्म भृतः. And कार्त्स्नेन complete में तत्फलम लभ्यत लब्धम, the whole phala of our human life also we got. So जन्म का धन्यता भी और मनुष्य जन्म का सतफल भी हमको मिला. कार्त्स्नेन तत्फलम अपि लब्धम. That phalam labdham means what have to be done in whole human life, and the result of that, what phala should come, that phala has come to us. Tat phalam karsnena labdham. So what is the fulfillment of the life, and what is the phala result of the human life lived in a highest manner? For both of them, one thing only, the cause. What it is? Ki de devanam avi dushprapam. That darshan of these great Mahatmas, which is so difficult to be obtained even for the devatas. Devanam api dushprapam yat yogeshwara darshanam. हाँ, योगा ईश्वर, योगा नाम योगी नाम, योगियों के भी, योग साधनाओं को भी ईश्वर सब कुछ जानने वाले ऐसे महात्माओं का दर्शन जो हो यहाँ, दैट इज अ फल, बिकॉज वंस वी आर इन हैविंग देयर दर्शनम एंड दे हैव लुक्ड एट अस एंड एक्सेप्टेड अस एज देयर शिष्य, जन्म धन्य हो गया अभी एक सेकंड के बाद. तो यद योगेश्वर दर्शनम जो है, दैट इज देवा नाम हमें दुष्प्रापम. इवन देवता भी तरसते हैं, स्पेशल अपॉइंटमेंट्स लेते हैं, वो कम टाइम मिलता है उनको योगेश्वरों के दर्शन के लिए. एंड अनदर रीडिंग, देवतास आर बिजी इन देयर भोग, दे डोंट गो. ऋषि मुनि आल्सो दे डोंट गो टू देवतास मच, very rarely you see. But the Rishi Muni know the human beings are seekers of Adhyatmikata. Therefore, they always around the human beings, Manusha, and waiting for the opportunity. If they give, then they guide them, they bless them. Okay. Now, Yogeshwara Darshanam, now in this list of all the rishis, each one of them are in the yoga of two. One yoga is Parabrahma Paramatma Anubhuti. Second yoga is all of them are fully established in this yoga marga indicated by the Shastra Jnanam. बताओ व्यास जी, है कि नहीं योगेश्वर? The one who is the giver of Brahma Sutras, all Puranas, Itihasa, who is the composer, compiler of all the Vedas. You know, the Vasishta ji. Is he not Yogeshwara? Yagnavalkya ji, Maitri, are they not? Who is the one who is not Yogeshwar? Batao there. Narada, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara. The list of the rishis which are given, all are Yogeshwar. Like, you know, call for a meeting of the very famous, very experienced cardiology doctors, cardiologists at one place. So they're all cardiology Yogeshwaras. So do civil engineers meeting, guide them. So to the chartered accountants or economists who are continuously studying what's happening in the economy of the world, how it influences us, how first of all we have to protect ourselves. We have a big team of economists silently seated in ordinary dress somewhere in the corner. They go on planning continuously, give ideas to our government, implementing them only. The India is maintaining still the economic stability. With 140 crore log, 50% of our द्रव्य is used only in the पूजा पुनस्कार. कभी का गरीब होना चाहिए था हमको. Economic policies. So just I am telling, departmental or the uh, particular field वाले, उनको हम बुलाते हो, पुलिस वाले, आर्मी वाले. तो यार सारे योगेश्वर एक जगह इकट्ठा हो गए. So having the darshan of all Yogeshwaras at one place is the fulfillment of our Janma, phala of our life. Throughout life, whatever upasana puja we have done, the result of all that is darshan of all of you wholesale in one go without effort. Bhagavan Krishna is making all other kings realize on this one point. What we have to learn in the modern world today from that is, we said 2 days back that point. In this contemporary world or country or time, so many Adhyatmic Mahatmas are there. Instead of being in touch with them and getting guidance from them, are we not wasting our time in unnecessary bhoga and vyasana? देखो है, अब they are all available easily also, not like earlier time. So this much lesson if you learn from this, for today's world, the great Mahatmas are there. We have to go and be blessed by them, get guidance from them. So Bhagavan says here, Aho vayam janmam brutaha labdham katsnena tatvalam ki devanam api tushprapam yat yogeshwara darshanam. Then he says some more glorification of the darshana ityadi of the saints, which he and others got. He says, Kim swalpa tapasam runam Archayam deva chakshusham darshana sparshana prashna prahva padarchanadikam. To we the human beings who are swalpa tapaha, कर ही नहीं सकते तपस्या, बॉस मेरी कन्वीनियंट है तो करेंगे तपस्या. When all the servants keep every of the पूजा सामान रेडी, ऐसे मुश्किल से 9 बजे उठकर नहा के अब घंटी बजाकर आ जाते. स्वल्प तपसा. Is it not? When the computer, internet, everything is somebody made ready and they put on the TV computer, then जाके या क्लास में बैठ जाते. स्वल्प तपस्या. है कि नहीं? सुअल्प तपः. जब घमासान तपस्या करने का मनुष्य में हमको हिम्मत नहीं होता सबको. Rare specimens are there whose life is only for tapomayam, but otherwise swalpa tapasam. Is he not correctly saying, Lord Krishna? Human beings, right from Dwapara only started seeking more and more comforts, no tapasya. अब कलयुग में तो science is doing only one thing: how to make the people more comfortable and more buffaloes. Lazy. And all that laziness leading to the fats everywhere, then they go to become slim to that gym. And instead of doing regular homeworks and all of that, in the gym they do something nonsense, and instead of something, something else happens. So Svalpa Tapasam is understood कि we are all doing minimum only तपस्या. कहाँ उपवास रखते हैं, कहाँ पैदल मंदिर जाकर प्रदक्षिणा करके आते हैं, पहाड़ चढ़ना वगैरह. So many, any type of तपस्या है ना, एनीथिंग टेकन एज अनुष्ठान कि आज 10,000 ओम नमः शिवाय करूंगा. सपने में भी नहीं करते हम ये, एक थॉट भी नहीं आता. Today 4 hours I'll sit in front of the Lord doing the total Shodashopchara puja along with all the suktams etc. chanted during Abhishekam. अरे रामा नहीं, स्वल्प तपा मीन्स व्हाट? पुजारी को बुलाओ घर और उनको पूछो, पंडित जी कितने टाइम लगेगा पूजा. पंडित जी हिमसेल्फ इज सो एक्सपीरियंस. ही सेज भैया 20 मिनट की पूजा से लेकर 6 घंटे तक पूजा मेरे पास. 20 मिनट पूजा का इतना कीमत, ये वस्तुएं चाहिए. वी सेलेक्ट ओनली 10 मिनट का नहीं है क्या? इवन स्वल्प तपसा. Fun thing. Second is what? अर्चायाम देव चक्षुषाम. नो इज वेरी सटल थिंग. ये वाला 3 बार आएगा इसी पोर्शन में. द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स हु थिंक द देवतास आर देयर ओनली इन द आइडल्स एंड स्टोन्स. टू सच पीपल हु आर हियर मीन्स व्हाट? इन द आइडल देयर इज नो गॉड. ऐसे नहीं बोल रहे भगवान. जिन्होंने भगवान को केवल आइडल में देखा एंड दैट फ्यू मिनट्स स्वल्प तपस्या से लिटिल पूजा दे हैव डन टू गॉड. Once they come out of the puja room, whole God is left from their mind. That is the meaning conveyed here by saying the Archayam Deva Chakshusham. Archa Murti means the idols which we do worship. In that Archa only Bhagavan. That only for that particular time of 10 minutes. After that, the same God is there. We are still talking to each other, fighting with each other. अरे जिस भगवान का पूजा कर रहे उधर है ना, वो कहाँ है? उद्वासन कर दिया तो चले गए. हमको लड़ना था इसलिए हमने उनका उद्वासन कर दिया. That's the meaning of Archayameva Deva Chakshusham. To those who have the idea that the only the stone or the idol is Bhagwan, that also for that particular time and by his choice. सुबह 7 से 7:30 मेरे पूजा रूम में उनमें भगवान है. उससे पहले नहीं है, उससे बाद में नहीं है, और nowhere else God is there, only there. So इधर स्वल्पचक्षु, sorry, स्वल्पतपः अर्चायामेव देवचक्षुषाम. To them such a great living gods इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द महात्मा हु केम, उनका प्रत्यक्ष रूप से जैसे अर्चा मूर्ति को करते हो ऐसा उपासना करने का द मौका जो मिला, द अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट केम, हाउ ग्रेट लकी वी आर. दैट्स व्हाट कृष्णा सेज. दर्शना वी आर एबल टू हैव, स्पर्शना वी आर एबल टू वॉश देयर फीट, प्रश्न we are able to discuss with them and ask our questions and doubts, prahva we are able to humbly bent and do at pranams at their feet, pada archanadikam, the chance to do the pada archana to the living gods. How fortunate we are. See how he is glorifying the arrival of that Mahatmas. And it has a subtle sadhana indicated there. What that? Start tapasya even at least swalpa. Karte jao. So to, okay, never mind, for the 10-20 minutes only, in that stone only, have the Devata Buddhi, Deva Chakshu in that Archa Murti. But continue. That itself will bring you that blessing and fortune like this of all the living gods coming in front of you. Same puja what you have done to Archa Murti, do to them, then they will bless you. So in this way, Bhagavan is teaching the lesson. So we are all doing Salpa Tapasa of doing our classes. And Archayameva Deva Chakshu, in this banner, in this photo, Bhagavan hai, unko pranam karte. As if Bhagavan is not there in all these places. As if Bhagavan is not there in all these people that are seated. But never mind, something shuru hua na, ab continue karo. The Mahatmas will come and they reveal Jnanam. You will see when the Rishis will speak, they reveal the truth to all the listeners. हो गया. Now this shloka 11th one, it comes again 11th skandha में भी, it comes in the last shloka of the Bhagavatams, है ना. Before we start this, है ना, 13th chapter में आपने देखा होगा, त्रयोदश सर्ग में yes, in the 11th skandha it comes one place, another place also it comes in the last 12th skandha also, while the glory of the Mahatmas is being described. This shloka. First time it is coming here in the Dashama skandha Uttarartha. What is that? Nahi ammayani tirthani. Okay, that ammaya, am means water. Apmaya, ammaya, that is sandhi. So we consider the beautiful, the confluences of the rivers, the prayagas, at the Tirtha Kshetra, and we take bath. भगवान कहते हैं वो नहीं है तीर्थ स्थान. अम्मयानि तीर्थानि न. ऋषिकेश हरिद्वार. Taking from this only, तुलसीदास जी wrote, मुद मंगलमय संत समाजो जो जग जंगमा तीर्थराजु. जंगम तीर्थराज, वो मोबाइल तीर्थराज. So nahi ammayani tirthani. Nahi means not only they. Okay, na? The Mahatmas are always not available. So Tirtha Kshetras are stationed there permanently. Therefore, take the Tirtha Kshetras as the spots for Bhagavad Upasana. That is how we were guided. For us to regularly do the Upasana. But what we do? We do Namaskar to Ganga Maya, but the Mahatmas, they are there in that Ganga Kinare. We don't even care them. That's what Bhagavan, that time only the mistake which used to happen, he is rectifying also for the Kali Yuga. So, Ammayani na Tirthani. Na Tirthani means not at all they are Tirtha. They were never go to Badri, Kegada, Gangotri. Bhagavan is not saying that. Don't limit yourself. In your mana, that is only the Tirtha Kshetra. महात्मा लोग हैं, हमें सामने है वो, with full jnana anubhuti they are. Na ammayad tirthani, then na devaha murshilamayaha, and the murtashilamaya made out of the mud and the stone, they are not the gods to bless you. The just water sources are not the places of tirtha kshetra to bless you. Why is it so? Yes, they give result, but they punanti, they purify you. But urukalena, बाप रे लंबा चौड़ा टाइम के बाद they will bless you. But what about these Mahatmas? Sadhavaha darshanadeva. Bas, we have their darshana, look into their eyes. Enough that they punanti with their piercing looks coming out of experience of Paramatma, love and compassion. They enter into our hearts. Immediately they just to change the attitude of ours from utter bhogi samsari to the sadhaka hove. Whereas these Tirtha Kshetras, you have to take 100 times bath there. मंदिरों में इतना उपासना पूजना करो करो पता नहीं कितने साल के बाद ते पुनंती बट उरु कालेना उरु मीन long time के बाद these upasanas of temples, these upasana of तीर्थ क्षेत्र will purify you, whereas साधवः दर्शनादेव, दर्शन मात्र से ही the साधु लोग हमको purify करते हैं. They have capacity. The reason is what? When you ask the Tirtha Kshetra or the Bhagwan, any of your prashna, they can't answer. You only have to go upasana. भाई महात्माओं को उनका एक शब्द काफी है पूरे हमारी जिंदगी को बदल सकते. Even the most nastic also, if little unbiased devotion he has got or readiness to listen, he also will be guided properly. Our life itself is an example. How many Punya Kshetra, Tirtha Kshetra, Mandira we might have gone through in many lives. But in this life, we came at the feet of Gurudev. No, it was enough in a sense. It just guided us to the study of Shastra, and we are getting the clarity day by day. Our commitment for our sadhana is becoming stronger. May not be fully sufficient, but it's going to happen even that also. No, Kinka hai sara then is not for the Mahatmas, the Gurudev and Gurus. So, addressing all the gathering, he is addressing the Mahatmas, praising them that you are the real Tirtha and Punya Kshetra. You bless us instantaneously. Darshan se hi matre. So हमको आपका दर्शन हो गया. Please, we have done darshan हो गया. Bless us. So from this only, Buddha Mangalamaya Santa Samajo, this is Jangama Tirtharaj. देखा तीर्थराज प्रयाग में गंगा यमुना सरस्वती आर देर. तो गंगा इज भक्ति, यमुना इज कर्म, सरस्वती इज ज्ञान योग. तो कर्मयोग, भक्ति योग, ज्ञान योग मार्ग, ये संत महात्मा while moving from one place to another, they take with them and they teach them. From that only, and this Pujya Gurudev and so many Mahatmas, they took it as an adarsha. They did not wait for the people to come to them. They themselves went aggressively, dynamically, attacked the people to give them adhyatmikata for their fulfillment. They have nothing to gain for themselves. Only a kritagnata and some rishiruna they are clearing. अपने लिए कुछ नहीं. दर्शनादेव साधवा. सो नह्यं मयानि तीर्थानि न देवामृत्शिला मयाः ते पुनन्ति गुरुकालेन दर्शनादेव साधवः. And this next 12 sloka is very crucial. मजेदार बात इसमें बताते हैं कि विपश्चितः ज्ञन्ति मुहूर्त सेवया. One muhurta seva you do to the Mahatmas, Bahujanma Arjita Agha Papa, they will destroy all that. So here while saying this, how many things Bhagavan doing? One, he is expressing his own natural original Brahmanyatva, devotion to Dorishimuni. One. Second, he is guiding all the people to get guidance, blessings from Mahatmas. Two. Three, he is guiding the Mahatmas also to say that when Bhaktas come to you, even little they come, once they come, you should wholeheartedly, fully give the best of blessings for their protection and evolution. You should not have any ego or biasness or saying that इतने दिन क्यों नहीं आए, आज क्यों आए. Nothing doing. They come once, they will never come in life. But coming once should be enough for them that you give them best of the teaching or उपदेश. देखो भगवान ऋषि मुनियों को भी गाइडेंस दे रहे हैं, प्रजा को भी गाइडेंस दे रहे हैं, खुद भी एक्सप्रेस कर रहे प्रैक्टिकली करके प्रणाम, उपासना, स्तुति इत्यादि. And naturally you will see also the Rishi Muni give that Tattva Upadesha. And this Tattva Upadesha, if we listen and without that much of Rajo Tama Guna, if you grasp it and quietening our mind from all unwanted involvements in the world, in that serene, peaceful inner atmosphere, when we brood over or contemplate over these teachings, then the truth, the truth of the truth we come to know. The untruth of the world we come to know. Then we know what is to be pursued, what not to be. अभी हम भागवत रामायण सुन रहे हैं बट अपने अपने जल्दबाजी में है. हमको भागना है क्लास खत्म होते इधर उधर उधर इधर. We are not allowing this knowledge to get settled inside. वो काबिलियत आया नहीं हमको. That qualification, that readiness, we are not yet matured to because we are only given class. But remember that after the class, before the class, or in between, sitting for hours together and doing the munching of all this knowledge listened in the class, how clarity will come to us about the truth in the deep recesses of our heart. और उसको लेकर ध्यान भी लग जाए में तो अंतर्मुख होकर ध्यान लगा तो उसमें हमको we can see going from one by one gross layers to the subtler experiences. So let us see this two more slokas of Lord Krishna's stuti of these Rishi Muni. Then what Shukadev ji says, then how those Muni Rishi log reply karte hain. Another beautiful topic. Let us go slow in this topic. I can't guarantee you. है तो 6 ही चैप्टर हमको दसवें स्कंद में, but they may take even 1 month because of the depth of the content. लगने तो 4 महीने का, मैंने कहा 2 महीने है मेरे को. चतुर्मास के अंदर खत्म हो जाएगा. वो तो गारंटी है. नहीं हुआ तो सुबह दोपहर शाम लाइक भागवत सप्ताह 8-9 क्लास लगाकर खत्म करूंगा. लाइक यू सेड अर्लियर भागवतम लास्ट 10 days आई सेड 1111 दिन में खत्म होना है, 1116 दिन में महात्म्य भी होना है. फटाफट कर दिया हमने। हमको दोनों एक ही है। एनीवे, सो इसका भी वो होगा, चिंता मस्त। अब काहे की चिंता? You are such a loving people. You are only grasping all the Bhagavad Tattva Vishayas which we are discussing here. And you have no worry. Why I should initiate worry in you? Relax. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Om Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsavirenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimadhyana Pranaya Pana Vyana Udanaya Samanaya Brahmane Brahmatma Brahma मध्य मध्य उत्तरावष्टपादकृष्णाचताम्बुल नीराजनान् दर्शयामि। ॐ नीलमेघश्याम कृष्ण नित्यजगन्मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल कृष्णाभव्यमङ्गलं वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदान्तवेद्य कृष्ण नवनीतचोर कृष्ण नित्यमङ्गलं भक्तजनाधार कृष्ण। परमदया वार्ति कृष्णामुक्ति संधायक कृष्णामूर्तिमङ्गलं गीतामृतदात कृष्ण परमयोगीश कृष्ण पार्थसाधुमविष्टासरोमय ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्तिवतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासः सर्वमिदं विभाति ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय तन्नो प्रचोदयात् मङ्गलं श्रीकुरुक्षेत्रनक्षत्रिविहारिणे पार्षदरूपा गीताचार्याय मङ्गलमङ्गलमुदयाय ओम ये रिमे व्यासाय श्रीया ब्रह्मलोकाद नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो। बोल श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय। श्री वेद व्यास सुखदेव सूतादि समस्त भागवत आचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक से उपासक जिज्ञासुगण की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक संस्कृति की जय। श्री भारत माता की जय। थैंक यू। ओम नमो नारायण। कम इन 2 minutes to study Adhyatma Ramayana. ओम नमो नारायण।